Good Morning is back on our YouTube channel. More than a year after Russian President Vladimir Putin launched a full-scale invasion of neighboring Ukraine on February 24, 2022, the countries are fighting for control of areas in eastern and southern Ukraine. Slideshow: Russia invades Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's forces are readying a spring counteroffensive, but Putin appears to be preparing for a long and bloody war. During his annual Victory Day speech in Moscow's Red Square on Tuesday, Russian President Vladimir Putin claimed that the Ukraine war was unleashed on Russia and blamed Western global elites while calling Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky a puppet. Putin also directly compared his ongoing war in Ukraine to the Soviet Union's victory over Nazi Germany in 1945, which is what Victory Day commemorates. He claimed that Russia once again was fighting for civilization, and he painted a topsy-turvy picture that Moscow wants peace with all nations. Today, the civilization is once again at a decisive turning point and an actual war has been unleashed against our homeland again, Putin said. But we fended off international terrorism. We will protect residents of Donbas too and ensure our security. Putin's speech made clear once more that the Russian president has no intention of negotiating currently or scaling back his ambitions to defeat Ukraine. However, the Victory Day military parade in Moscow was a significantly shrunken version of itself on Tuesday, compared with previous years, due to Russia's huge losses in Ukraine and its urgent need for equipment. There appeared to be approximately 50 military vehicles taking part in this year's event compared with 130 during the 2019 parade. Tuesday's parade was also comprised of nearly all high-armored vehicles, similar to Humvees. The fly-past part of the event, which usually involves helicopters and fighter jets, was cancelled on Tuesday despite clear, sunny skies in the Russian capital. But perhaps what was most notable was the canceling of the parade in at least 24 Russian cities due to security concerns that Ukrainian forces might be able to strike them, likely because of Russia's shortages of troops and equipment. Air raid sirens go off across Ukraine. Air defense activated in Kyiv. Air raid sirens went off across Ukraine around 5 a.m. local time Tuesday. Air defense systems were activated in the Kyiv region. The Russian airstrike on Kyiv was the fifth air attack on the capital since the beginning of May, the Kyiv City Military Administration said on Telegram. About 15 Russian missiles were launched at Kyiv and intercepted by the Ukrainian air defenses around Kyiv with no casualties and major damage, the city military administration added. ABC News: Yulia Drozd and Yuri Zalesnyak, 4 injured in Kyiv from drone debris and Russian strike. 4 people were injured from falling debris after a Russian drone was shot down above Kyiv, Mayor Vitaly Klitschko said on Telegram. 3 of the people injured were at the site of the explosion in Solomyansky district of Kyiv, and 1 was in the Sviatoshinsky district of Kyiv, where wreckage fell on a residential building, the mayor added. Debris also fell on runway at the Vulyny airport in the Solomyansky district of Kyiv, the head of the Kyiv City Military Administration Serhiy Popka said on Telegram. In Odessa, Russian troops launched a missile attack from strategic aircraft, Ukrainian Operational Command South said on Facebook. The X-22 type rockets used by the Russians were aimed at one of the food companies and recreational zones on the Black Sea coast, the Operational Command South said. Rescue services are working to put fires out, and no information about the number of people injured was immediately available, they added. ABC News: Max Ozal and Natalia Kushner. Russia launches widespread air attack on Ukraine. Air alert sirens went off in several regions of Ukraine late Sunday evening as Russian forces launched a widespread airstrike on the country. Air alert sirens went off in central and southeastern Ukraine, including in the Odessa, Kyiv, Zaporizhia, Dnipropetrovsk, Kherson and Mykolaiv regions of Ukraine. Kh-22 missiles were launched toward Odessa, unofficial Telegram channels reported. The air defense systems were activated in response to the attack and repeated explosions were heard in the area, unofficial channels reported. Thanks for following our YouTube channel, and don't forget to click the subscribe button to receive our latest information, and thank you.